We are live in Palermo, Sicily, where the mafia is like a coiled snake. Dramatic arrests have hurt the secret society, and it is ready to strike back. I was flying over the rugged terrain of Sicily, where a war rages. It is unlike any other. This is the government against the gangsters. This is Italy versus the mob. This particular exercise was mounted for our benefit. Italy wants America to know the army has joined the battle against the mafia. Flying in a formation of 4 Vietnam-era Huey helicopters, I accompanied this force of 80 paratroopers and 20 paramilitary cops called Carbabinieri on a mission to the legendary district of Corleone, the setting made famous in the Godfather movies. Across Sicily, 3 brigades of these crack paratroopers drawn from all parts of Italy regularly make raids like this on traditional mob strongholds.
This is what was just taken off that guy.
At one point, I asked the mission commander, a dashing lieutenant colonel, if the mafia controlled Corleone. He laughed and told me the mafia controls all of Sicily. This soldier is guarding the home of a modern-day Sicilian saint. Let me give you the background. For years, the mafia could rely upon the attitude of many average Sicilian people that they weren't that bad, kind of live and let live. That the mob, after all, was probably no more or less corrupt than many politicians. But then the mafia made a fatal mistake. They killed a hero named Giovanni Falcone. For a brief period, one man, one tough magistrate named Giovanni Falcone, seemed as if he was going to be Italy's Elliot Ness and crush the mob once and for all. He got this man, Tommaso Buscetta, to rat out other members of his crime family. Based on Buscetta's testimony, Falcone locked up hundreds of mafiosi and herded them together in a massive trial. Falcone's information also helped our FBI turn informers against La Cosa Nostra, leading to the destruction of the notorious pizza connection, and ultimately, the landmark conviction of Godfather John Gotti.
One day he was walking around outside my office by himself. So when I saw him later at a meeting or something, I asked him why were you walking around by yourself? And he said because in New York he liked being a free man.
Falcone saw life through the bulletproof windshield of an Alfa Romeo, constantly surrounded by bodyguards. He was a man marked for death.
The fact that we've arrested so many people has certainly created problems for the mafia. But the mafia has reorganized itself, so I don't think the mafia has suffered too much because of it.
Our producer, Marnie Inskip, is one of the few reporters to talk at length with Falcone. Marnie would also be one of the last.
With so many of your colleagues having been killed, do you fear the mafia? Have they ever threatened?
I don't think the problem is to be afraid or not to be afraid. The question is to learn how to live with fear, which can be overcome.
In the spring of 1992, Falcone began to focus on a criminal conspiracy linking the Sicilian, American, and Colombian crime families. It was to be his last victory. Falcone, his wife, and their security force were driving along a coastal highway just outside Palermo. He was leaving Blood Island forever, having been transferred to Rome. But the mafia had other plans for Falcone. 22,000 pounds of dynamite had been loaded under the highway. A single assassin tracked the motorcade. A squad of gunmen waited on an overpass. The gunman never had to fire a shot, because at the exact moment Falcone's car passed over the planted dynamite, the executioner pressed the detonator that ended Falcone's courageous crusade against the mafia.